Sky Sports is still here. I'm working with them. You know, I just don't want to.
Disappointed, but last time's great.
Cool. Good to go?
Yeah.
Thanks, Paulie. Sean Zattel, BoxingVoice.com, here with the Magic Man, two-division champ, former two-division champ, Paulie. Paulie, what'd you think of the fight?
I thought it was a really inspirational fight for by Andre Ward. As far as, you know, you look at the fight and he had to overcome a lot, you know. And I thought he won the fight, but it was a close fight. And I hope nobody lost any luster on themselves tonight, you know. As I feel like Sergey deserves to come back as well. I feel like Sergey deserves a rematch even. You know, I wouldn't mind seeing this again. But right now it's tonight, and there's time to talk about this later. He's actually talking up there right now.
Do you feel that people who felt Kovalev won definitely got an argument?
Yeah, to a degree you do, but I also don't feel like if after 7 rounds you had Kovalev up like 5-6 points, then you have no argument because you weren't watching it. You weren't watching the same fight. You weren't watching the fight. You were doing something else. You know, if you had Kovalev winning close and you had the fight close the whole way, which it was, then okay. If you had Kovalev up 5-6 points after 7 or 8 rounds, dude, don't watch boxing again. Don't even bother watching the rematch because it's gonna be the similar fight, very tough to score. It's always gonna be similar and very tough to score for these guys.
What won the fight for Ward?
I think his tenacity, his ability to be very physical on the inside, and the fact that he convinced Sergey that not only am I here to stay, I'm here to stay and I'm going to win the whole time, you know? And he stayed with his tactics because I felt like on the knockdown, he didn't do anything wrong. He went to counter over the top of a jab. It just Sergey threw a 1-2 instead of just a single jab. If Sergey right there throws a single jab, Andre counters it perfectly because he made the right move, he timed it perfectly and he came over the top. It's just Sergey throws a 1-2 instead. So what happens is you're rocking back, you know, he's going to beat you to the punch. So tactically, he didn't do anything wrong. He just misinterpreted the jab to the 1-2. So he did. So stay with the same tactics, and he did. And I felt like the ability to stay committed to the win despite the negativity won him the fight. And it's not easy to do. It's easy to say. It's not easy to do.
Now, do you want to see the rematch?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like Sergey shouldn't go anywhere, bro. I feel like I want to see the rematch. Maybe they both get a win or something in between, and then maybe they want to see each other right away. But I hope we see this rematch. They both deserve it. Sergey deserves to not go anywhere. So I want to see Sergey again and again and again, and I want to see Andre again and again and again. You know, these guys aren't spring chickens either. They're not going to be here forever. So,
right.
So I hope people give both guys credit, and I hope we'll see a rematch.
Well, we talked about that before, where once the guy loses, both guys can't be great. One guy's got to be bad now, but both guys were terrific tonight, weren't they?
Yeah, they were. You know, and you have to understand boxing to a little bit of a higher level to really get it. Because sometimes I think the fight for people that don't get it was a little bit tedious. But for me, it wasn't. For me, there was so many little things going on in there, and I was like suffering through it. You know, it's very difficult.
High-speed chess?
Yeah, high-speed chess. High-speed chess with a little bit of rugby, mixed with a little bit of fighting, mixed with a little bit of wrestling, mixed with a little bit of tactical boxing, all at high speed. It's crazy.
Did either guy do anything to surprise you? Wow, I didn't know he could do that. Or
no, I always knew Andre was very strong mentally, and nothing surprised me in the fight. I felt like Andre would always try to make it a little bit physical. Nothing surprised me. Nothing surprised me. Maybe the early knockdown surprised me. That's it. You know, but that's about it. I always knew Andre was a mentally strong fighter. I've known Andre since he's 17 years old, and what's impressed me the most was his incredible skills there, but he's always been such a mentally strong fighter, and that was always Andre's biggest asset.
Now, you've seen it all, but that inspired you tonight? What, Andre getting up off the canvas?
Inspirational to see that, man. You know, like that's what the inspiring thing about fighting is, bro. Not some of the BS that happens in this sport and some of the BS accomplishments, by BSPD accomplishments. This is inspiring right here. When you see this right here, this is inspiring, man. You know what I mean? Like, get up off the canvas against a guy who's known as a destroyer. You're getting up off the canvas, 20,000 screaming fans waiting for your head to be given on a platter. It's round 2. You got to get up and not only face him, he's looking across the ring at you. You know he's a destroyer. And you got to say to yourself, not only am I staying here, I'm staying here for the next half hour because it's round 2 and there's 10 rounds to go. There's 10 times 3 is 30 minutes. And for the next half hour, I'm going to get up and try to kick your ass. That's special. That's special.
That's what it's all about.
That's not easy to do in that moment. That is almost impossible to do in that moment, bro. I've been on the canvas. I've been in tough fights. I've been in screaming fans scream for your head. It is so difficult to not doubt yourself in that moment. That is inspirational. That is motivational.
Did it not look like for a second there Kovalev was going to blow through him? Holy shit.
Yeah, because Andre didn't have a great first round, and the second round was even worse. So yeah, so I thought like, wow, this is gonna be over. This is gonna be a typical Kovalev destroyer.
And last one, 2-1. I believe you're going to say Andre's the best fighter in the pound for pound. He proved that. So why is he in how good is Kovalev then? If he's obviously not number one.
I think Kovalev should be in the top 10 pound for pound regardless. I'd love to see this fight again. I think I don't want to take away any credit from Sergey Kovalev. I think he deserves no credit taken away.
I really want to see this.
I just think Andre deserves credit. That's it. I don't think Sergey loses anything. I just think Andre gains something. That's all.
And we want to see this rematch so bad, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks, Paulie.
You got it.
Thanks.
No other sight in the game could see the boxing voice.